1. Dinosaur? For centuries, we believed dinosaurs were extinct long before humans roamed the planet. But what if we were wrong? This photo of Civil War soldiers standing around something that resembles a pterodactyl has sparked much controversy. An aged sepia-toned photograph showing a group of uniformed soldiers from a past era standing around a large creature on the ground, with trees and foliage in the background. Could this be an ancient species of wild bird never heard of before? Some believe the photo was edited over time, but it appears too strange to be fake. Could this be our first glimpse into the age of dinosaurs? The picture has certainly left us wondering if there's a different truth to what we thought we knew. 2. The Hubble Pyramid. From around 1999, the Hubble telescope was pointed at the moon and captured a number of images. One of these photographs, never officially released by NASA, appears to show a pyramid on the surface. This is the second sighting of a pyramid-like object on the moon, the first being captured during Apollo 17's mission, but neither has been accurately explained or had its authenticity confirmed by the authorities. Thus, the mystery of the moon pyramids continues. 3. The ghostly photo from Newbie Church. This photo taken by Reverend K.F. Lord in 1963 in North Yorkshire's Newbie Church is another mysterious image that has shocked many. Although there might be ghost images that turn out to have an explanation, there has been no logical explanation for this one. A black and white photo of a mysterious figure standing next to the altar of a church. The image shows a darkly dressed figure standing next to the altar of the church. The figure is wearing a cowl. What made it even more spooky was that there were no people inside when the photo was taken. 4. Widow's late husband still protecting her from beyond. The woman in this photo has been a widow for 13 long years, but what nobody knew was that her late husband was still around to protect her. When they developed this picture, they realized the ghostly figure of her husband was in the shot. A close-up photograph of an elderly woman with white hair, smiling slightly at the camera. Behind her, in the blurred background, stands a figure that appears to be a person. Source, elwittonvoice.com. It's like he wanted to be close by, to make sure that despite his absence, she was still being taken care of. It's an image of love and protection that transcends death. 5. Juvenile Bigfoot. In September 2007, Rick Jacobs placed a motion-sensing camera in a tree along the game trails of Pennsylvania. This camera later captured multiple images, which appear to show some bears being chased off by an ape-like creature, which resembled a juvenile Bigfoot. Several witnesses have claimed to see juvenile Bigfoot over the years, describing them as walking on 4 legs, unlike Bigfoot, who is usually seen on 2 legs, which have led to them being dismissed as fake or likely to be another animal misidentified. 6. Tankman. During the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests in Beijing, an unknown young man stood in front of a column of tanks for half an hour, blocking their way with his body. Known as Tankman, his identity and fate remain unknown. Some believe he was executed, while others think he is still alive. This photograph has become an iconic symbol of the Tiananmen Square events and one of the most famous images of the 20th century. 7. A cell phone in Chaplin's movie. In 2010, a DVD of Charlie Chaplin's 1928 movie, The Circus, was released with bonus frames. One frame appears to show a woman holding something very similar to a modern cell phone. Director George Clark claimed this was proof of time travel. While many skeptics dismiss it as a marketing ploy, the idea of time travel remains intriguing. 8. A mysterious extra hand in the photo. Have you ever looked at a photo and thought something was off? That's exactly what happened in this photo of a group of boys. At first glance, it appears like a regular group of friends, but if you take a closer look and count all the hands, you might notice something unusual. A photo of 4 young friends outdoors. 2 on the ends are making peace signs with their hands. There appears to be an extra hand in the photo. There's an extra hand in the photo, and that doesn't belong to anyone in the picture. Who is the mystery person giving a thumbs up? Is there someone hiding behind the other boys? We may never know the answer. 9. The Hen Lights. Over the valleys of Hessdalen in central Norway, a series of unexplained lights regularly appear through the day and night. Sometimes the lights appear for over an hour, sometimes they're there for just a few seconds. They're a regular occurrence and have had many UFO theorists claiming the lights to be of extraterrestrial origin. Scientists, however, have attributed the lights to a chemical and electrical reaction caused by the different metals and minerals in the local hillside reacting with the environment. Though it's not quite as exciting, it's certainly pretty. 10. The Ratoown Ray. At Ratoown Lake in Huntingdon, Pennsylvania, a creature not too dissimilar to the Loch Ness Monster has been spotted and photographed many times over the years. Another body of water said to contain an aquatic monster is the Ratoown Lake in Huntingdon, Pennsylvania. Here, a creature not too dissimilar to the Loch Ness Monster has been spotted and photographed many times over the years. Much like Nessie, there's not much proof beyond photographs taken from a distance that prove or disprove the existence of the creature, but it's certainly a popular local legend. 11. The Heinrich Massacre. In the depths of Bavaria, Germany, in 1922, a horrific massacre took place, where 6 people including women and children were murdered with a farming implement. There were several things that turned this tragic event into an unexplained mystery and a crime that was never solved. A suspect was never found, despite over 100 people being questioned. There were several rumors about the farmstead being haunted, and the attacks also happened shortly after the arrival of a new maid, who was also killed. Each of the victims was apparently lured to the barn, where they were killed one by one. The events were even more sinister when evidence was unveiled that suggested the murderer stayed in the house for several days after committing the crime before disappearing. Decades later, a multitude of investigations have been carried out, with no further results. 12. The Battle of Los Angeles. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, in the early hours of the morning February 25, 1942, an unidentified aircraft was spotted in the skies above Los Angeles. Shortly after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, in the early hours of the morning February 25, 1942, an unidentified aircraft was spotted in the skies above Los Angeles. Fearing another attack, military forces fired over 1,400 anti-aircraft shells into the sky and apparently hit nothing. Photographs from the event appeared to show a flying saucer-like object hanging in the sky and caught in the military searchlights. Of course, the government denied the sighting and put it down to weather balloons. 13. The McMill UFO Photographs. In May 1950, a series of photographs were taken by Paul Trent at his farm near McMinnville, Oregon, in the United States. These images appeared to show a metallic disc-shaped object moving slowly in the skies above the farm. The event was witnessed by Paul Trent and his wife Evelyn. Despite many arguments that the photographs were fake, the two witnesses maintained their statements that images were genuine right until their deaths in the late 1990s. 14. SSR Medan. This legend from the high seas comes from June 1947, when 2 American ships received a distress call from the SSR Medan. Sent in Morse code, the message read, "SOS from our Medan, ****, we float." All officers, including the captain, dead in chart room and on the bridge. Probably whole crew dead, ****. The American ships went to offer aid, but when they boarded the SSR Medan they found the crew were all dead, sprawled on their backs, mouths agape with no visible signs of injury. A fire then broke out on the distressed ship, forcing the rescuers to abandon it before it exploded and sunk, taking all evidence with it. What happened to the ship and crew remains a mystery. 15. An ancient visitor from outer space? This painting by Domenico Ghirlandaio of the Madonna with Saint Giovannino dates back to the 15th century and seemingly shows an unidentified flying object, UFO, hovering in the background. It might be a bit of a stretch, but some have theorized that it's not a mistake in the painting or a cloud in the sky, because if you look carefully, you can see a man standing below staring up at the object. 16. The Phoenix Lights. The Phoenix Lights event was probably the biggest known reporting of UFO sightings in history. On a single day in March 1997, thousands of people reported seeing lights above them in the skies over a 300-mile range through the American Southwest. Witnesses claimed to have seen a huge V-shaped UFO passing overhead and making no sound as it moved. No reasonable explanation was offered as to the cause of the sightings, and further reports of the UFOs came again in 2007 and 2008. 17. A strange figure behind the woman. Peter Berthelot took this picture of his wife at a church, and it wasn't until he developed the film that he noticed what looks like a ghost sitting behind her. Legend says that the ghost is named the White Lady. The woman in the photo has since claimed that she believes she was healed by the presence. 18. The Makaka Skunk Ape. The Makaka Skunk Ape is by most accounts some sort of relation to Bigfoot. This large ape-like creature has been spotted many times over the years, with the earliest sightings dating back to the 1960s, but more recently it has been caught multiple times on video. The skunk ape mostly inhabits regions of Florida and got its name due to the stink that often accompanies its sightings. Skeptics of the sightings say that it's far more likely to misidentification of other wildlife, including local black bears. Much like the footage of Bigfoot, recordings and photographs of the skunk ape are often shaky, low quality, or taken from an extreme distance. 19. Chupacabra. In 2018, a giant dog-like creature was caught on camera stalking the street of Argentina. This long-legged beast was said to have killed both a pit bull and a German shepherd, which had dared to go up against it. Though, as with all these things, the only evidence is this grainy photo, which likely needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. 20. Alien body. In 2012, this photograph came to light after apparently being discovered in the storage of an elderly lady who had passed away. It was bundled alongside a number of other images on projection slides that were thought to have belonged to an important person, as they included images of Dwight Eisenhower, Bing Crosby, and Clark Gable. The people who discovered it were convinced it was the body of an alien creature that was, for some reason, being displayed in a glass cabinet. 21. UFO spotted by U.S. Navy pilots. These videos, and images from them, had previously been leaked and published by the New York Times, but were now officially in the world. The events happened between 2004 and 2015, but were now confirmed by the government. However, they don't really give away much other than a flying object that can be seen on infrared systems flying nearby, sometimes at high speed. 22. The Salem UFOs. On July 16, 1952, Shell R. Alpert, U.A. Coast Guard photographer managed to photograph 4 luminous UFOs passing overhead in AV formation. At the time, they were passed off as the result of weather phenomena or optical and radar illusions. 23. Creepy creature of Ras Al Khaimah. This creepy photo was taken in the mid-90s by a tourist visiting a cave in Ras Al Khaimah, United Arab Emirates. Supposedly, 2 friends who entered the cave saw a freaky creature and decided to take a photo. The friends also apparently heard a boy shrieking right after the picture was taken. They contacted the police, who searched the cave and found a human body. To this day, the 2 friends swear that what they saw was not a human body, but a scary, alien-like creature. There are many legends and stories surrounding the picture that differ in the outcome for the 2 friends. Some people believe that only one of the friends made it out of the cave alive. The image first began circulating in the middle of the 1990s in England, when the photographer returned to his home country and sold it to the Bournemouth Advertiser, where it ran in the newspaper and caught global attention. 24. The Falling Man photographer Richard Drew captured this harrowing image on September 11, 2001, during the terrorist attack. The photo, known as The Falling Man, shows a man falling almost straightened up, which many found strange and difficult to do. His identity remains a mystery, although some Americans claim to recognize their relatives. This powerful image even inspired a 2007 Discovery Channel documentary. 25. An unexpected sight in a family photo. The family had gathered around the dinner table, capturing a cherished memory in a photograph. Little did they know, an unexpected sight awaited them when the picture was developed. A black and white photo of 2 women and 2 children seated at a table with lit candles, teacups, and a teapot. An unexplained dark shape hangs above them. Source: Wimp. What appeared to be a man falling head first from above was visible in the photo, leaving the family speechless. While some speculated it to be a smudge on the lens, the resemblance to a person was too uncanny to be a mistake. A shocking discovery that will haunt them forever. 26. The mysterious 400-year-old timepiece. Chinese archaeologists stumbled upon an incredible discovery while exploring an ancient tomb, a tiny piece of jewelry, sealed shut for over 400 years. The timepiece was locked at 10:06, intriguing researchers and conspiracy theorists alike. A hand holding a miniature figure that appears to be of a modern wristwatch adding to the mystery. The back of the watch was inscribed with the word Swiss, suggesting it might have belonged to a time traveler. What secrets does this miniature relic hold? We may never know, but one thing's for sure, this tiny watch has sparked a flurry of questions after being hidden away for centuries.